What's up, everyone? I'm going to take my scooter out on a ride today from Long Island City into Manhattan to Times Square. I'm doing this on a Friday evening, about 5:45 p.m. It's 75 Fahrenheit, 24 Celsius. And this is the Crescent Street two-way protected bike lane between 38th and 39th Avenues. Haven't done this route in a while, so this will be new for me. But I noticed that the city did add some protection here with these plastic bollards and jersey barriers. I think it's a much welcome improvement. Cars can't simply just drive in here anymore. Although when it gets kind of busy like this, I still want to slow down, look both ways, make sure nothing's coming. Definitely should slow up here. Up, I just looked in my rear view mirror. Some guy almost got left hooked. Still a dangerous bike lane, even though they added protection here. You gotta really be proactive. This building over here is completely demolished now. I know it was a large building and it had a staircase going to the Queensborough Plaza stop. But they're reconstructing it now, as you can see here. All right, let's go over the Koch Queensborough Bridge bike lane. I've been advocating for this to be sped up because right now it's kind of dangerous. As you can see, there's a two-way bike lane on the left side. I choose to ignore it and go over here because it's much safer. It's way too narrow to accommodate all these methods of transit in one little path. It should be one direction on either side. But the city is planning to put the walking path on the southern roadway, which is currently only available to cars. So you see here, now I kind of have to squeeze over to the left. And it gets really, really close with these bikes and scooters, which is why I don't like riding here. Oh my gosh, come on. Yeah, now you know why I choose not to ride this willingly. I'll gladly pay $2.75 for the subway. It was pretty bad a few months ago, and now it's even worse because a lot more people are using micro-mobility vehicles. That being like bikes, scooters, those one-wheels, motor vehicles. I don't know what they're called. One-wheel scooters, I guess. Electric skateboards. Yep, let's go all the way to the right. Come on. So dangerous. And then you got some guy like this with loads and loads of cans and bottles just taking up the entire path, making it even more narrow. Really poor implementation here. And I just really wonder how many people have gotten injured from this design. I'm gonna slow up here because, oh really, this shouldn't be here. That's gas powered. And then you got people walking on the right. And she's passing on my right, which shouldn't. The most important thing to remember when taking this route is to never overtake unless you're 100% sure that nothing's going to come in your way. That goes for any of the other bridges too, because not only this one's poorly designed, but other ones like the Manhattan Bridge and Brooklyn Bridge too, they don't really leave much room for overtaking a slower cyclist or person in the lane. And I've even walked this bridge too. It gets really intimidating when someone just buzzes you at full speed in the walking lane. It's just a mess for everything. And this project to put the walking lane on the other side was supposed to have been finished by now, but because of political pushback and this and that, and politicians thinking that cars will have more traffic because that lane is closed, they're delaying it until 2023. And I think a lot of their reasoning doesn't make sense, because micro-mobility is growing in popularity in the city, and you barely see anybody in the outer roadway there driving over. In that single space, you could probably fit like 16 different micro-mobility vehicles. Meanwhile, with a car, how many people can you have in the car? 5, 6 maybe at most. Here's where it gets a little bit tricky on the descents. I don't like to take any chances on the descent here. And this is the most dangerous part of the descent here, because there's a blind corner and the lanes get so narrow. Got to be super careful coming down here. And I really hate it when people come too close to your wheel too. If you suddenly brake, there's no room for the person behind you to do anything. Slow down to a stop sometimes if there's too much traffic. It's the way you gotta do it. I remember when this first opened up. Oh, this is new now. I'm glad this is open. But still, that U-turn horseshoe bend is really dangerous. You have to make a sudden slowdown or a stop. Oh my gosh. You can just see how crazy it is with all these commuters and people riding their bikes and scooters over the bridge, and the people walking as well. This is my preferred method of going downtown, to make a right on 59th Street and then cut across. And now we're in Midtown Manhattan, 2nd Avenue at 59th, but I have to go southbound. I really don't like it when some guy comes so close to me like that in front of me. It's really not a sensible cyclist. Yo, yo! People don't pay attention. They go on the curb and they're not aware. I never trust the drivers around here. I've said this too, I feel like people have become more reckless over the past few months. I've seen a lot more unattentive pedestrians, cyclists, drivers all around. Just in the past week, I saw 2 cyclists collide with each other. I've almost got hit by a car twice. I've seen probably at least 24 people almost get hit by cars as well. You know, over here, I think I'm gonna go on 51st Street to go across town. And then you got people going the wrong way like that. I never want to overtake a car past their rear wheel unless I'm absolutely sure they're not turning. And if I'm in a door zone, it's advisable to not go so fast. I'm always on the lookout for vehicles. St. Patrick's Cathedral to my left. People not paying attention. Don't want to be standing on top of these steam manholes. City looks busy tonight. Just a few blocks away from Times Square now. Seventh Avenue is where I'll be making a left turn. Left turn. Best to have line of sight at all times. Over to the right because there's a driver with their front sticking out into the intersection. Here we are in Times Square. Let's see if we got a lot of people here tonight or not. Let's pass all these people on the right. Work zone ahead is going to narrow it even more. isn't even a good place to stop here. Really careful here in Times Square. So many people. They could just walk in the bike lane. All right, we'll stop this ride at this curb. All right, made it successfully to Times Square. Hope you enjoy this scooter ride over from Long Island City with a crazy amount of traffic and all the craziness that's going with it. But hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already to the channel, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.